Hey everyone, welcome back to Naraya Speaks. This is Naraya, and our episode today is called Girl Talk with Boss Lady is our special guest today. How are you doing today, Boss Lady?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much for coming. Um, the first topic I wanted to go over today was modern day dating. And how do you feel about 2026 and how the unorthodox way of dating has been?
Man, dating in 2026 definitely does have some obstacles. I will say that it's a bit estranged, meaning as a person who's in their 30s, it could be difficult to find a match, let alone finding a match with no kids. And also finding a partner that is well established, educated, intelligent, and has discipline. And when I mean education, it doesn't necessarily mean like a college degree, but just educated in life. You know what I'm saying?
Intelligent.
Mhm.
That's understandable. And how do you feel about like I don't know if you've ever been through anything as far as healing from a toxic relationship, but like a lot of us have. And I don't mean to say a lot of us, like I don't want to generalize the whole population, but a lot of people, regardless ethnicity, race, whatever, have been through a lot of like toxicity throughout their life, whether they saw it in a household or whether they've been through it themselves. How do you feel about healing from those things?
That's a good question. I definitely did experience a toxic relationship. I would definitely say two. The first one put me through like a different emotional breakthrough that I never experienced before as a woman, and it definitely enlightened me on how, I guess how to maneuver in the next relationship, and the signs that you norm because I feel like as women, we see the signs, but we go against the signs in the sake of love. You know what I'm saying? We try to stick through it. We try to be a woman, we try to be the backbone to the man, but not understanding that, we don't have the power to change a person. That person has to change, for themselves and for a person that they're in a relationship with. How I healed, I had to take time away from everybody. I had to find who I was again. I had to, get back to how I used to be, you know what I'm saying, before the toxicity came into my life. And I think majority of women, not all, but a good number, I would definitely say like 85% of women of all races, and ages dealt with some form of abuse. And abuse is not always physical. It can definitely be verbal, it can definitely be mental, it could be emotional, and it could be financial.
Okay, I have one question. Do you think we sometimes mistake the fireworks, as they call them, of high conflict relationships for passion?
Now, when you say fireworks, are you speaking on the puppy love phase or the what is it, the honeymoon or the cupcake phase?
Yes, the cupcake things.
Yes, I was a victim of the honeymoon phase. Cause those first sparks are like, honestly, even though I've been through some toxic relationships, I still have hope for love, and I still want my fellow woman to experience love because it is beautiful, like, that feeling, that experience is still beautiful and unique at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But people change, and I definitely do feel like some women fall into the trap of the honeymoon phase, because like I said, it's that love at first sight feeling, that the butterflies in the stomach, blushing off of a good morning text or acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to feel special as a woman. We want to feel like we're priority number one you in the man's life. You know what I'm saying? We want to feel like the better half or the other half, I should say, like, to a man's life. So yeah, we definitely do fall to the trap of the puppy love phase, I should say.
And what about the toxicity that runs into your career? Like, okay, like toxic work culture. What would you say is like one of the toxic work cultures that you've experienced?
Like, at work physically? Oh, yeah, I experience, jealousy, I experience work retaliation and discrimination. I experience, political views discrimination, because I voted Republican for the last election, and I feel like a few, coworkers who were women grouped up against me because of that, because they all wanted me to vote for, Kamala and I didn't. So yeah, that played a role in certain things too, because it's like, if I'm doing my job, it shouldn't be like the supervisor shouldn't be feeling away if they're like supervising me. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be feeling jealous, or they shouldn't be feeling like, oh, I'm doing a better job than them. Cause that's what it boils down to. Like, my work ethic is top tier. You know what I'm saying? I have great communication skills, great customer service skills, problem solver at the T. So when I do my job, I'm not doing my job to outshine anybody. I'm doing my job to do my job the best I can do it. Sometimes people feel like I'm trying to outshine them, even though they've been at the company for like 20 plus years or so. That type of toxicity can definitely play a role in like your emotions when you're at work, because it's like you don't wanna lash out, but then again, it's like you're not gonna talk to me no kind of way you think you can. Yeah.
I understand that 1,000%, honestly, because they be like slavery is over and done with, but for some reason it feels like it's really still very existent. And I feel like that's the saddest part of it all is the fact that they made us feed into some like, oh, it's not here anymore. But it is, you understand what I'm saying? Like it's still very much present.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely, present, but just in a different form, in a different, year. Some people similar to Twitter Spaces, like when somebody create a group chat and somebody becomes admin to that group chat, they feel like they have a little power to remove, people, or, they basically that admin is authority. So, similar to the workplace environment, like if you're a supervisor or the lead supervisor, you already automatically have authority. So, it's like because you're in a certain higher position, I would say 8 times out of 10, your word is more bond than my word is. So, for you to falsely accuse an employee that's under you because you feel away, that's like taking advantage of a power that you have, you know what I'm saying? Some people do, micromanage too strongly, you know what I'm saying, because they wanna push how
Hey,
they feel.
that's exhort. I don't like that.
Yeah, because they try to push their own agenda, like how they do their work. You know what I'm saying? So they want you to do the work how they do it. But it's like this work is coming off slavish. You know what I'm saying? I understand you've been at the company for 25 years, but 25 years ago it was a different time. So you're trying to teach me how to do a job that you was taught how to do it 25 years ago, but it's coming off as like what is it, toolery type of way, like a like a chuck and job, like how can I say it? Like a house nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like not I don't know if you could like curse on here, but yeah, it comes off of it, like it go against your own personality. And I think that's what my problem was, like at certain jobs that I held in the past. And that's why I'm doing my own business, because it's like my personality tends to outshine certain things. Like I'm gonna always show how my personality is, but some people take offense to that because it's like they never had the passion to be greater than what they are. I always had the passion to be greater than what I am, and I live by that, and I make motion. But when some people are stuck in their own bubble, in their own reality, you know what I'm saying? They see a new person, a fresh face coming in with a different spark. That's where the retaliation and the toxicity comes in.
Got it, got it. Another thing I really want women to normalize is protecting our peace, like for ourselves. Not every friendship is healthy. Not every relationship deserves access, right? And not every environment deserves your energy. And I think women, especially, are taught to overextend ourselves, to keep forgiving, to keep explaining, to keep understanding. But eventually you get tired. And sometimes healing starts the moment you stop abandoning yourself. I also think there's something powerful about women supporting women genuinely, not competing, not secretly hating, not waiting for somebody to fail. real sisterhood actually matters. Real conversations matter. Safe spaces matter. What about how you felt about like leaving friendships that were no longer suiting you? Like, how did that make you evolve as a woman?
Oh, that's a great question because I left a few friendships. Recently as last year, I like to learn new words because sometimes words repeat, like the meaning of the words repeat itself, but it's just a different word form. So you know how we could say, "Oh, you acting childish," or you not being a grown woman, but really it's arrested development syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Well, I added the syndrome at the back, but it's really arrested development. But it is a syndrome because the last friend group I was a part of, all girl friend group, I felt like they was stuck in like a 15-year-old mindset while I'm over here being a 30-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was more of a clique than, like, a girl's circle, and whatever the leader of the clique did, we all had to do. So Imma tell you a story. 2024, I had took a girls' trip to Atlanta, Georgia? Yeah, 2024. Tell me.
Girl, I wanna hear this one because I know that these girls trips be having some toxicity
And it was
going on.
toxic the whole trip. We was there for 5 days, and
Telling
we
you,
only went
bruh,
to 3.
girls gonna complain.
Listen, we was there for 5 days, literally, in an Airbnb, and we only went to 3 locations. You know what I'm saying? We didn't meet no guys. So let me
Where
tell
y'all
you,
went? Y'all went to a museum? What y'all
we
did?
went to Trap Museum, we went to a Milk and Honey restaurant, and then the 3rd location was Lenox Mall.
So y'all was in ATL.
We was in ATL, Decatur, yep.
Y'all
Or
didn't go skating?
Bunkhead, Decatur or Bunkhead, one of those. Bankhead, whatever it's called. But
Y'all didn't go skating?
you said what?
Y'all didn't go skating? Like, no skating
We
rink?
Cascade, that was another place we went,
Okay,
Cascade,
okay,
but
okay,
that
okay.
was another doozy too. Alright, so let me break it down from when I got off the plane, right? So, before I got on the planning of the trip, right? So, they was asking me the leader of the clique, let's just say the leader of the clique, it was her sister's birthday trip. So, of course, we getting all the payments together for the Airbnb and whatever. So, I paid my 350, right? And I'm asking them, "What's the itinerary? Like, what's the activities we're gonna be doing? Are we getting tattoos? Because if we in Atlanta, why not get a tattoo, right?" She was like, "Oh, well, it's my sister's trip. You have to ask her to see what she wants to do." But I'm like, "You're planning majority of the trip, so you telling me you can't tell me what's going on because you and your sister's close. Y'all talk about everything every day." Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was already flag number 1. So boom, get to Atlanta and get off the plane. Mind you, I met a guy on a plane with my plus size, curves and all. And it's so crazy. He was so fun. I should have got his number, but I didn't because I really wanted to get out the airport because it was so muggy. It rained that day. And then the flight itself, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to hurry up, get my bag and just lit and just dip because like I said, it was already raining. So boom, they picked me up. Well, they were still at the airport when they got off the airport, so they got the rent-a-car and everything. So by the time they got their rent-a-car, I was getting out of the airport, like, I got my bag and everything. So, boom, met them outside. We went to, like, the nearest food restaurant, had some food. So my outfit that I was wearing, right, like, you can tell when girls envy how they look at you, it's like it's in your eyes. They was already, like, scoping me out, like, "Oh, you look cute." You know what I'm saying? But it was in the sense of like, like, "Oh, you look cute." Like, some don't understand, like, certain other females' potential, like, when it comes to being attractive. Well, I guess they didn't think that I could, like, get dressed up like that. Plus, I had a pixie cut. I had a two-piece outfit on, but it was like a skirt two-piece. And, my lashes, I don't do heavy makeup, so it was just, like, lashes and stuff just to give, like, a visual. So already there, right? So then they're trying to question me about something that happened in the neighborhood that we're from different cities, but the cities is, like, right next to each other. Long story short, they was trying to hook me up with a older guy, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is with this, right? They're hood females, like, I'm from the hood, but they're more hooded than me, right? I have a little bit more experience with traveling and, like, meeting different people, hood based. So let me just I have more demure and a little class too. So let me just give you a tiny backstory. The leader of the clique, she from the hood, so she got a lot of brothers. Her brothers got friends, you get what I'm saying? So it's always other men around. So when I come to the block, the men will try to talk to me, right? So the leader of the clique, she would divert it by saying, "Oh no, don't talk to him. That's my man. Don't talk to him, that's my man." But then you're trying to put me onto this older guy. You get what I'm saying? And then there, you know how females will is clicked in with a guy. So if a guy's messing with a girl, you could get the information from the guy. So that's what they was basically doing, right? So fast forward to the Atlanta. So they're questioning me like, "Oh, did you speak to such and such?" I'm like, "Yeah, I talked to them, but just conversation." "Oh, so you went to his apartment?" I'm like, "No." "So how you know about his apartment?" "'Cause we was on FaceTime." "Oh, okay. So did you do anything with him?" "I'm pretty sure he told you we didn't. So why y'all questioning me about him and we on a girls trip?" You know what I'm saying? So that was flag number 1. So boom, we get to the Airbnb. The leader of the clique, right? She gonna say, "Oh, well, we all gonna do the same thing together. Like nobody's not gonna do anything separate. If you meet a guy, nobody's coming to the house, this, that, and the third." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." I'm like, "All right, but I need the code to the door. Cause I have family in Georgia." And I'm like, "I might dip off and go visit them. You can't get the code to the door. Like I said, if we all leave, we all come back together." I'm like, "But I paid 350 of my share to the Airbnb, so technically I could get the code." So that was flag number 2. So the first night, we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We got the weed, we got the bottle. Mind you, I'm going half on the bottles. So we're getting like 5 bottles of Don Julio right then and there. And it was so weird, right? Because she's asking me, mind you, it was me, her sister, her sister's friend, and another friend. So it was like 5, 6 of us. So when we go and pulling up to the liquor store, she's only asking me to go half for 5 bottles of Don. But then she's asking the other girls, "Oh, send your portion." So I'm like, wait a minute, how does that even make sense? Because if I'm going half on $165 tab for 5 Don Julio bottles, that means they're spending less while I'm spending half, right? Flag number 2. So when she had got the
Right?
weed,
That was
very weird, right? So when she had got the weed, I'm like, "Oh, tell me when you," I told her, "Let me when you go get the weed, let me know, cause I want to buy my own, cause I smoke too." She was like, "Oh no, you can smoke with me. Whatever I buy, you can smoke." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "But just tell me, I put in for it." "Oh no, you don't got to put in for it. So I don't have to put in for the weed, but you want me to go half on 5 bottles of Don." Got it. We still flag number 2. Day 2 we went to, I think that's when we did the trap museum, right? Spent $30 to walk in and walk out. Like it was a quick walk in, quick walk out, right? Then after that, we had went out to eat. But before we had got dressed to go out, I'm like, I bought heels and I bought makeup. I'm like, we in Atlanta, Georgia. We don't know who we gonna run into, right? These girls didn't bring no heels, so they in sneakers. They in what is it? Aces, the sneakers. They in that with
yeah, them little new ones. I swear to God, I keep seeing these bitches.
they're in that with the thick tube. They're wearing thick tube socks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right. So when I got dressed, I came downstairs. I got heels and makeup on. They like, we not wearing sneakers. I mean, we not wearing heels. Do you see us all wearing heels? I'm like, girl, we about to go out. Like, you know what I'm saying? We in Atlanta again. So I changed out of my heels and put on my black and white Dunks or the Pandas or whatever. So then they was coming at me for that. Like, "Oh, you look really," like when somebody gives a dry compliment, "Oh, you look really nice." It's like they don't mean it. They mean it, but they don't mean it at the same time.
Right?
So boom, we go to this restaurant lounge type of thing. Like we had to pay for the section. So the section came up to $400, right? Tell me how she asked me to put up $100 for the section. I'm like, why am I paying 100 when it's 8 of us? Shouldn't it be split? The $400 should it be split between us 8? Nope, it didn't happen. I'm like, okay. So then boom, the bottles
That's
came out.
weird. Why were these bitches trying to eat off of you so bad?
Listen, it gets worse, right? So the bottles came out. One of the girls' cousin, she was already trying to be a mean girl to me because she was already seeing the vibe that the other girls was giving me. So here she come being a loudmouth or whatever. So she ended up buying a different type she ended up getting a different type of drink on the tab, but she got 4 glasses. I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's this?" She was like, "Oh, no, it's like a different drink." I'm like, "Okay, I understand that, but why 4 glasses though when it's 8 of us?" And I paid literally half of the drinks and the section. So then the leader of the clique like, "Why would you do that? Why would you buy 4 glasses? This, that, and the third. Like, why would you only buy 1 pitcher and not get 2? Like, if you're gonna buy 1, you should have got 2 because like I said, I paid more." Then they had bought their male cousin because two of the girls they were already, I think they're cousins or sisters. So they family already lived in Atlanta, so they bought their male cousin, older nigga. He was like in his 40s. So then he's in the section with us, sitting beside us. This dude gonna grab the bottle of Don and start and pour his own cup. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like,
I'm like, "Bro,
how is he
why?"
pouring his own cup? And I ain't seen him pull out no money. He the only dude. He ain't pull out no money. So it was that. So
Mm.
then and even with that, I still got majority of the attention. A nigga pulled up, came up and spoke to me and me only. And the waiter, the bottle girl, she was all on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I go both ways. They didn't get no attention, not one. Even when we left, these 3 girls, no, it was 4 girls, but they was like, they was lit, like they was tipsy. And they came up to me. One of the girls was like, "Girl, she was like, well, I love a plus size girl. You're mad beautiful. You're mad beautiful." Not even give all the other girls were getting mad. The girls who I was a part of, they was getting mad. Getting mad. I'm like, look at y'all. Y'all so mad. Like we're in a different state. Like we could have just stayed in New York.
Baby,
Mind you,
I don't like
from
girls like
Yonkers. I'm from Mount Vernon.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like my favorite type of females are gonna be the females that don't put themselves in competition with you without you asking to be in competition. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where it's like nobody asked to be in competition with you. Nobody asked. I'm not running a race with you. This is not track. This is not the step team. This is not tennis. Like, why are you putting yourself in competition when I'm just trying to be a friend?
That part, and I never put myself in a position to compete. It's always the females trying to step on my toes, trying to sabotage, trying to take attention away, and it's like, "Girl, I'm not even trying to I don't even see you as competition, like, at all. Like, you look cute, but I don't see you as a competitor to me."
And that's my thing too. Like I think one of my the best friend I ever had, right? We used to run track 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. All through middle school, we was running track, and I'm not gonna hold you, I always came in 2nd place because my best friend came in 1st all the time. It was like every year, I was like, "This year, I'm gonna beat her." And that same year, she beat my ass again, bruh, only by, like, 3 seconds, right? But it was never like a hatred or animosity thing, it was like, "High five, I'm proud of you." You know what I mean? Like, I was always like, I'm happy that you made I don't know, I never really saw somebody getting a trophy and was like, "That should be mine." You know what I mean? Like, I never had that kinda, like, feeling in my bones. Cause if it was supposed to be mine, I woulda had it.
No, absolutely, but racing, like, y'all was actually competing. That's different.
Yeah, we was on the field. Yeah, we was.
That's so y'all had to compete, and I was be in the same mind too. If I keep coming in a second, "Oh, Imma beat you this year," but you never went against her. You never crossed her.
Never.
These females crossed me.
She was
Mind you,
my
it was
best friend till she died.
oh, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay, but she was my best friend till she passed. Yeah, my best friend, because I was like, "Not for nothing, like, I actually really, really appreciate your existence." That's the thing. I think the problem is people wanna be the only one people have a God complex when you think about it that way, and the God complex is that you think you're bigger than the program, and you're never bigger than the program, ever. So, when you think about that, yeah, it gets a little exhausting. So, you I personally feel as though you wanna have females on your team, and I don't want you to, like, stop, like, believing in having, like, a girl team or any it gets hard because it does, but what I will say is we need each other. We really, really do, and when you find people that are on your side the way you need somebody on your side, Imma pass the baton. Like, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hog it." No, I never wanted to hog anything in this world. I'm not that greedy, you know what I'm saying?
I totally, agree with that. I totally agree with her. You want me to finish the ATL story?
Yeah, God.
Okay, so day 3, I had went to no, alright, so day 2, I had went to, like, this spa lady. I've been following her since, like, 2014. So she does wraps and, like, other things. So I had went to her on day 2 to get my stomach wrapped and stuff like that. So by day 3, it's basically how my stomach got wrapped. I didn't have to wear, like, any body shaper or anything, so and the titties were sitting up nicely, so I had put on this nice bomb ass dress. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to go out and go where the guys were. So the ringleader, or I should say the leader of the clique, her niece came, 'cause her niece lived out there too. She came already drunk. Didn't eat nothing before drinking.
Shit.
We on our way there, so the girl who was trying to be a mean girl to me, she was driving. So we're telling her, "Oh, since we're, like, 5 minutes from the house, just turn back around so we could drop her off." She like, "No, no, no, we gotta hurry up and get to where we gotta go." We were supposed to go to Lenox Mall. We was going to Lenox Mall, I mean. She was like, "No, no, no, we have to hurry up and go because we gotta meet the people before they leave." So instead of her turning back around, which would have been a 5-minute drive back, she kept driving. So then we was like 25 minutes away from the house. The girl ended up throwing up in the car,
Fuck no.
throwing up. And then we pulled over. We was like in the driveway of like a
But
motel or
you said
something.
she won't eat. What the fuck was she throwing up?
She didn't eat before she drank. She came to the house already drunk.
So she was throwing up the liquor.
She was throwing up the liquor. So we pulled over. It was like a Regency hotel. So we was like in the driveway. And she just out of the truck, out of the car, linked over, just throwing like we was there for a whole hour. A whole hour. So then some of us went back. So when we all went back to the house, half the group stayed at the house. Everybody else went to Lenox Mall. You know what I'm saying? So the one person who came back to the house was me, the niece, and the leader of the crew. You know what I'm saying? So then she's feeling the way. She like, "Oh, I can't believe," like, I'm like, it's like she's just being like she was being such a negative Nancy, like, the whole entire time. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, well, what are we gonna do? We sitting in the house. I'm hungry. We was smoking all day. Niece over there throwing up. Like, what we about to do? Terrible. So it's like I got dressed up for nothing. But the other group that went out, they came back and they was like, "Oh, we got invited to somebody's house. They cooked for us to 7 and 3." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. That's what up. That's what's up." The 4th day, what did we do? We went to Cascade. We went to Cascade, and it was a horrible experience because, like, upstairs is where you get the food and drinks at. Tell me why we was the only people upstairs and everybody else is downstairs. I'm like, "I think we could go downstairs." The leader of the crew like, "Oh, no, I think we can't go down there because we don't know how to skate." I don't know how to skate. I'm like, "Yeah, but," I'm like, "we're the only ones up here, though." Like, everybody's downstairs. Like, we ain't no action up here. Ain't no niggas up here. So then, when you at Cascade and you upstairs, there's a window so people could see us just like we could see them. Girl, the bartender behind the bar was talking about us. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it was just a horrible experience. Like we stayed upstairs eating the food, eating wings
Was
while
that
everybody's downstairs. Like, we was the only people upstairs. And then people started coming upstairs to see who the hell is upstairs because, like I said, they could see us through the window. So then that was a weird interaction because people wasn't coming upstairs to see. They were just coming upstairs to see who the hell is sitting upstairs when all the action is downstairs.
yeah, wanna be a part of the function.
So that was embarrassing. So then on the 5th day, the day we had to leave, before we left, we decided to go out to eat. But let me not say we. They decided to go out to eat. They told me to go to the airport. I'm like, my plane don't come until 7 hours from now. If y'all going out to eat, I want to go out to eat too. Shit, we didn't eat yesterday. I want breakfast too. I want brunch. So that's how we ended up at Milk and Honey. So any other time we splitting the bill. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm paying majority of half of the bill while they tally up the rest between the 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was like 5 against 1. You know what I'm saying? So at Milk and Honey, they was like, "Oh no, we're gonna pay our own bill this time." That was a weird experience too because, in restaurants in Georgia, the owner will come up to you at the table and introduce herself. So the leader of the crew, she was so rude. Like the lady trying to like introduce herself, asking us like how we enjoying the meal, this time the third. The leader of the crew was so freaking rude. I even had to say something. I'm like, clearly you have not been out of New York. The owner is coming up to us to introduce herself, and you being mad rude and loud. Like everybody's looking at us. She's like, "Oh well, but who asked her to come up here?" Southern hospitality. That's who made her come over here. That's how they roll down here in the South. Like she never had experience leaving outside of New York. Like her whole life is New York. You know what I'm saying? Like the only time her first time getting on a plane was to come to see me in Texas. That was her first time on a plane. That was
That's
her
very
first
serious.
time out of New York. That's yeah. So then it was that, then they was being mad, like, rude and standoffish to me at the table, and I was like, "Listen, it's 5 of y'all against me. If y'all got an issue with me, we could always go outside to the parking lot. Cause the only thing I'm hearing is y'all being rude and y'all trying to be mean girls, but we could take this outside and I will fight all of y'all right now." "Oh, no, that's get your friend, get your friend." "No, because you're trying to be mean. I'm telling you, I can handle you in the parking lot." If it's that serious. So boom, after we done eating, it was time to, go. So I'm like, all right, what we doing now? So they're like, oh well, we going to get tattoos. You could go to the airport. Again, my plane don't come until 5 hours from now. I mean, I could get a tattoo too. Oh, we don't want you to come. Well, then y'all could have just said that from the jump then. Cause y'all keep trying to force me to go to the airport mad early, or because y'all didn't want me to go to the place to get a tattoo. So then when we getting back in the car, they was trying to leave me at the parking lot in the parking lot. They told me to call a Lyft. I'm like, well, if y'all in the car, y'all could take me to the airport, right? Oh, see, I told you she was going to ask us. I told you she was going to ask us to take us to the airport. I'm like, well, it's clearly y'all having side conversations without me. And yeah, why not? If y'all got the car, why not drop me off at the airport? It's 15 minutes from here since y'all trying to kill time. So then they was like, and then I'm like, why not? Why can't I just go? I'm like, if I think it was something wrong with the app. So when I was trying to pay for a Lyft to go to the airport, it was more money from where I was at the Milk and Honey parking lot. So I'm like, well, just take me to the tattoo parlor, and I could call a Lyft from there, just so it could be cheaper or whatever. Because the direction of the tattoo parlor is closer to the airport, so that means it's gonna be a cheaper Lyft here. So they huffing and puffing about that. So the girl who was being mean, the mean girl, she just kept saying, like talking. I opened that car door and I started putting my hands on her face. I'm like, so do something then, since you talking. And I cursed them all out. Like how I be spazzing on spaces, I spaz the same way in their face. I'm like, it's five of y'all against me. If y'all have a real issue, then do something. Oh, we don't have an issue. Well, y'all making it an issue. And y'all not going to attack me because like I said, we could handle this right now. So I'm in the car. I'm like, oh yeah. I was in the car cursing them out. I'm like, y'all fucking weird ass bitches. I even cursed the birthday girl out because she was trying to talk to me. I'm like, bitch, don't talk to me. Oh, I wasn't the one being mean to you. I'm like, again, stop talking to me. Cause y'all just try to leave me in the parking lot. Try to leave me in the parking lot. And then when we pulled up to the tattoo parlor, the shit was closed. So I had got my stuff out the car. And I'm like, yeah, y'all could go. Oh no, we could wait for you. What? Y'all just try to leave me in the parking lot of Milk and Honey, but now you want to wait for me until my lift came? So then after that, I went to the airport, got on the plane, got home, didn't say nothing to them for a whole year. Mind you, I always, like for the last 3 years, I think I spent like New Year's with them. Like I would go to her house and spend New Year's with her or whatever. I didn't spend New Year's with her for 2025. She reached out to me like, "Oh, we having somebody birthday. I think her sister birthday, and we going to the bowling alley." I was like, "Bitch, I can show you the text messages too, so you can see." I'm like, "Bitch, I don't fuck with y'all." "Oh, why you didn't say this before?" I'm like, "Bitch, we haven't spoken a whole year. Why would you think I was fucking with y'all after how y'all treated me in Atlanta, Georgia?" So then after me and her was going back and forth in the text message, you know what she gonna say? "You ain't have no money. You ain't have no money the whole trip." I'm like, bitch, I got my bank statement, stupid. I was going half on everything. How I ain't have no money? How I ain't have no money if I was going half on everything? How I ain't go half to nobody? I wasn't participating in nothing. I wasn't paying for nothing. Bitch, I went on half on two batches of fucking bottles. You know how many times we bought five bottles at one time? Twice. And I went half on both times. I went half on the goddamn section. But now I don't got no money. I spent $2,000 on the trip.
That's ridiculous. To go to
Yes.
8th what the fuck?
And then the bitch so stupid, she tried to say something slick before blocking my number. So she said something slick because I was like stupid. She was like, "You was on the phone with the get nigga. He wasn't even trying to send you money." I was like, "I lied, stupid. I had my mom on speaker so she could hear what I was saying, dummy. That wasn't a nigga. I wanted my mom to hear what the fuck was going on." So she was like, "Well, continue having consultations with your mom," or something like that. And then she had blocked my number, so I couldn't respond to her. So I left it as is. I left her as is. I'm like, y'all so weird. Y'all got arrested development syndrome. Y'all not real grown women. Y'all don't do nothing grown woman ish. And every time a new female that y'all bring to y'all block is getting attention from the niggas on the block, y'all get mad because she had got mad the last time. It was like the reason why she don't want me to speak to any guy on the block is because she want to be shown something different. She been around all these other old guys that her brothers, quote unquote, and she basically they never took her out anywhere fancy. So she was like, "How come you get to get a fancy life and not me?" Well, bitch, up your cookie up. That's all. Up your cookie up. You mad at an experience that didn't happen with me because you think I'm gonna get a better experience than you. Bitch, up your cookie up. Get out the hood. You don't travel nowhere. Even when I was planning a trip, and like I said, I can show you the messages. I was going to go to France. I raised France by myself. I want to say 2024. Yeah, the same year, 2024. And here she go. "Oh, I'll go with you. I'll go with you." I'm like, this is a solo trip, but you could come along. And then she gonna ask a dumb question. Oh, like why you be wanting to take trip? Like how you be like what made you get into taking trips by yourself? It's my life, and I don't got no kids, and I can move whenever I want to. She was like, "Oh, that's real different because people around me, they don't really do that." Yeah, bitch, because you're a hood bitch. That's why. You asking me how I get the idea to travel to Paris. Bitch, I wanna see the world. I don't wanna see the block. Up your fucking cookie.
I wanna see the world, I don't wanna see the block.
Imma send you all the messages so you can see for yourself, and it's gonna show the last time I messaged her and her sister, because her sister was the one that reached out to me and was like, "Oh, hey, my birthday's coming up. We gonna go to the bowling alley." I'm like, "I don't fuck with you or your sister." "Oh, I didn't know you had a problem with us." "Bitch, fuck you." So then she got her little, mind you, that's the big sister. She got her little sister, which is the ringleader, the leader of the crew. So she was like, "Oh, my sister told me you have a problem." "Yeah, bitch, like I said, fuck you and fuck her." "Oh, why you didn't say this last time?" "I didn't have to. We haven't spoken in a year." Then she gonna say, "You don't stand on business." Bitch, if I stand on business, I could have brought 5 bitches to your block and we could have all just had a brawl if I would have stand on business, on real business. But I just decided to step away because y'all bitches are not on my level. Y'all some hood bitches. Y'all used me the whole entire trip, and I'm pretty sure I paid more for the Airbnb than they did. You get what I'm saying? I was going half on everything, and they try to leave me. How we in a different state and we from the same county? You get what I'm saying? We knew each other for some years now, almost 10 years, and y'all try to leave me in a parking lot in a state that me and you never been to. Like, I really do smack bitches.
Bruh, let me tell you, my girl trip was in DC. I rented a whole house over there, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm talking about the basement had, like, at least 2 bedrooms in it. The first floor had, like, 2 bedrooms, the top floor had another 2 bedrooms, everybody had their own room, right? If anybody wanted to share a room, that was a choice, you know what I'm saying? It was a choice, there was so much room, and what did we do? We went to museums as well, we went to eat as well, but that's when I realized I did not like DC, 'cause it was weird. It was really weird. I'm not going it was like, okay, I did this in Atlanta because Delta hired me in Atlanta to be a flight attendant over there. But, that's when I knew I didn't like Atlanta from that. But when I went to DC, I was like, "Okay, we're gonna have a good time, whatever, whatever." And I'm not gonna lie, all of a sudden, every bitches was turning on each other, right? And I'm the only one driving. I'm the only one driving, and all of y'all are turning on each other like this. Like, next time I turn around, somebody got an issue with somebody else, and they ain't even got no good mac and cheese over there. So yeah, nah, the girls trips always be tripping. I'm really not even on that no more, man. Listen, I'm really like, okay, if you want to go on a girls trip, you could come through, but don't find no issue to find an issue with, cause I know y'all bitches be looking, and y'all gonna find it. But all right, boss lady, I got a game for us. It's called right. Imma ask a question, you're gonna say green flag or red flag. Somebody who only calls you late at night. Somebody who says, "I'm bad at texting."
Major red flag.
Somebody who remembers small details about you.
Green flag.
Somebody who disappears every time things get serious.
Red flag.
Somebody who apologizes but keeps repeating the same behavior.
Red flag.
Somebody who supports your goals without feeling intimidated by them.
Green flag.
So, this is why discernment matters. I'm gonna ask one more. Someone who copies everything that you do and doesn't give you any credit.
Major red flag with red alarm lights going off. I don't like
Say
a monitoring
more.
spirit,
I've been doing this too long.
and that's how the girl from Yaka was. Like, she definitely was like, cause like I said, like on Snapchat and Instagram, I would make a lot of reels. Like, I won't post a lot like on my page, but I'll do a lot of real
Make reels.
stories.
I do
I
the
would do a
same
lot of
thing, boss lady.
stories.
I do.
I
I
would do a
do
lot of
reels.
stories to show me, talking so I could do my own
Right,
hair
right.
and stuff like that. So a lot of that's why I stopped kind of posting on Snap and Instagram, because it's like y'all following me, copying me, but y'all not liking nothing. Y'all not saying, "Oh, you look nice" or anything. But the next time I see y'all story, y'all literally got the same design or hairstyle as me.
But you know what? Being a boss, because you named yourself that, you gave yourself that name. Being a boss means that that comes with the imitators right after, right? And that's the only way you know you made it, right? Because I think J. Cole said something like that. snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he alive. So
Uh-huh, yep.
you have to expect that to come with the territory. You have to. But I really, really, really appreciated you being on this episode. Was there anything else you wanted to get off your chest? Because this was girl talk, and I want you to be able to like, if you have another topic, you could go ahead and do that.
Oh, yeah, Imma definitely get something off my chest. Like, I'm a true girl's girl. Like, I love to have, like, drunk sessions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to get drunk and take your bra off with a nice little girl group, or even if it's just one friend, you know what I'm saying? But what I
Mhm.
don't like is, like, blatant disrespect or animosity, or you're stepping on my toes, or you're trying to sun me in front of a group of people that's neither of our friends to try to show that you're bigger the bigger dog.
I can't stand when somebody's sitting at a table talking shit about me and then coming back to me and telling me what they were saying. Because what were you saying?
Right.
And why was you at that table?
Right. Because it's like, I am getting older, and it's like some things can't be handled with fighting, but I might smack a person. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them
But
know,
I've been
like,
this way since
you get what I'm
forever
saying?
though, boss lady. I've been this way since forever. Like, I remember my first fight ever. I think I was in 8th grade, I'm not gonna lie, I was in 8th grade, and my homegirl came up to me, and she got signed by Columbia Records in Cali. She came up to me one day and was like, "Naraya, this girl is saying this, and that about me." Like, right fresh out of school, we on the phone all night. Like, I've never would ever say I'm a girl's girl, but I'm my girl's girl, if that makes any sense. Like, if you my girl, I'm your girl. That's it. If I don't feel like you my girl, I can't be your girl. But with that being said, she asked me like, "Can you please show up for me?" Blah blah blah. And I showed up, and she was like, "Everybody else on the table said they was showing up, and nobody was nowhere to be found. And you was the only one that actually showed up for me." I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something like that, but at the end of the day, I never want a woman to feel like she's left alone in this world ever a day in her life. Because women deserve so much more respect than that.
Yeah, you had said something in the beginning, like women do need women, but it won't work if a woman feels like they're more alpha. Like, I don't understand. I be like, one of my male friends he broke it down to me. He was like, boss lady, like, you're actually a alpha female, you just not using it. I'm like, I don't want to be in charge of these bitches because they don't see the
I kind of feel you when it comes to that, but you wanna, like, you don't always have to take the wheel. It's okay if somebody else takes the wheel.
no, absolutely, absolutely. And it's like I don't ever put myself in a position to be like the alpha female, but it's just my natural demeanor. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be in control of everybody. I don't want to be the leader of the crew because I'm my own person.
You don't have a God complex.
Right. And I'm not an attention seeker. I don't need validation from nobody, nor will I try to be friendly to everybody so that way I can make have friends with like, no, I don't roll like that because I don't know what type of spirits is attached to a person and that shit start attaching to me. I don't want that. I experienced that. Like, this girl talk could go deep. I could tell you a story that happened in 2012. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would never have a roommate. Okay, me trying to be big hearted and welcome people in, and they stab me in the back. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I don't know. Even though I've been through a lot of stuff, like, it still didn't change me or my kindness. Like, I'm still kind. I may have a mouth, I may curse you out, but I'm still kind. But it did tarnish me. I can definitely say that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was life lessons, lessons learned. It definitely does build.
That really hurts. That hurts me because I feel your heart, and, I don't feel like you deserve that.
Oh yeah, it's just you know what I'm saying? Like I said, every time I make a opportunity for myself and nobody else has the opportunity, they try to destroy the opportunity. Like, I was 19 years old with a two-bedroom apartment in Albany, you know what I'm saying? And people was coming to me for help. Like, bitch, we have the same opportunity. How come you don't have your own place? Why y'all all want to come to my shit? You know what I'm saying? Even recently, before I moved to Texas in 2023, I had a two-bedroom apartment. Everybody was trying to rent the other room. Like, why y'all always want what I have? That's the thing. Stop wanting what the next person have and want what you want. If you want what you want, you'll realize that you want to go to Paris, France if I want to because that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's my motto. When people take that trait out of their personality, because character building is yourself. It's like you putting in the work in yourself. So I make sure I take out certain traits And one of the traits that I took out is not wanting what the next person has. You know what I'm saying? It's having discipline. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you're an RN, you're an author. I would never say, "Oh, let me get what she had." Like I had an opportunity. Mind you, I'm a healthcare field person too. Since 2012. You know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to be a nurse. I didn't get it. I had the opportunity, but I didn't go for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what you have and what you created for yourself, I would never try to sabotage or crush you or step on your toes or copy what you do. That's another thing. Even on the app, I don't copy nobody, but I've seen females copy what I do on the app, and it's crazy because it's like it's audio spaces, like how me and you talking right now, but you're copying what I say. That's weird. Very weird.
Very weird. Isn't it? And that's that doppelganger shit that I be talking about. It'd be like, why do you wanna be me so bad?
Or why do you want what I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the moment I touch it, like, I experience it too, like, even with, like, me flirting with a guy on the app, like, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, a certain person is flirting with that guy or talking to that guy or trying to snap or try to talk to that guy, like, in the back channels, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I just only thing I said was, "Hi, how was your day?" And next thing I know, that's your crush now? But it's so crazy because anybody that they speak to or flirt with, I never try to get them. Why? Because I don't want what they have. Like, I would not the people on the app, like, I don't want if you have somebody from the app, I'm not gonna try to get that person. But I've seen it done to me. Like, if I'm talking to somebody and I'm telling a friend who I was associates with, "Oh, yeah, I'm talking to such and such. He's really cool." Next thing I know, you're talking to him. Like, what's up with that? I ain't never try to take a guy for a female ever.
I done seen all of these bitches get with a nigga just because I was fucking with him.
I never did that before, cause I don't see myself doing that.
I'm talking about, like, it gets weird, bruh.
You know what it is? I feel like whatever, cause if you're saying that both of your exes is both of her baby fathers, and that means she was definitely monitoring you, and it's like, I'm starting to realize that people look at me as like a gold seeker or like, not a gold seeker, but like somebody of value. So if I touch it or have it and they take possession, then they have the power
I remember everything I touch turns gold, right? And honestly, you're sad as fuck. One time I remember this girl called me um, on the app and she's like, I'm taking all your niggas. She's cursing me out. By the way, I'm living my own life in Jersey, okay? Don't give a fuck about the city like that. Never gave a fuck about city niggas like that. Never. Every here and there to get my lick off, whatever the case, but it's never been no real if you understand what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. She's calling me, telling me that she's gonna take all my niggas, and I said, "Okay, take them. Now you have a headache. Do you need me to sell you some Aleve, Tylenol, motherfucking Advil? Yeah, one of the 3. 'Cause I know you need something. Cause these niggas ain't worth a goddamn thing for you to think for a second. If there was one worth something, why the fuck would I have so many?"
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Everything you touch is gold, and what you touch, the next person will want. Like, it's so crazy. That's what I'm saying. If people take the time and do work on themselves and their what is it, personal growth and development, it will take away that fixation on somebody else's life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing
Because
is, like, fixation is so weird because my dad raised me, and my dad pretty much taught me everything that there is to know about all of these men out here. And this is why I could hit 34 and be single and be proud about it because at the end of the day, I'm not going for the okey doke. Y'all could go for that all day, every day if y'all want to. I could be outside, have a good time. I could take my girls out. For Valentine's Day, I took my girls out. Yeah, I'm not waiting for a nigga to do nothing for me. A nigga hasn't done nothing for me a day in my life, but give me a problem. So when I think about that, I be like, you know what? Yeah, the issue is y'all be really, really mad when a woman had a father that actually gave a damn about them.
yeah, I'm daddy's girl too. Unfortunately, my dad, he was murdered back in 2021.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and that's right around the time, well, he was murdered first, and then the guy who I was with, which is one of the toxic relationships, he was there, like, when I got the phone call from the detectives. So he decided because of everything that was happening, because I also had, like, other family issues that happened that year and in 2020 and in the pandemic too. Like, that's why I had to take a step out of the healthcare field. I really burnt myself out working in the hospital during the pandemic. And then, like I said, 2 family incidents that happened, and then boom, my, dad got murdered, and then the guy who I was with, I'm like, "I want a baby," because my dad always asked me for a grandkid. So, he stayed for, like, almost like a year with me, um, and I got pregnant, but then other things happened with him and his sister. I had to fight his sister, then he jumped in, and now me and him started fighting, which resorted to me to having a miscarriage.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry
it's
for both
fine,
of
like, honestly,
you.
I'm glad I didn't have that baby because it's like I didn't wanna be attached to his family any goddamn way. God don't make no mistake. I ain't like, I was e but mind you, the 3 months that I was pregnant was a beautiful experience. Like, I don't understand how some women could, like, not, like, appreciate.
Appreciate pregnancy,
It
right?
was it felt like the universe was open to me.
My life changed.
It was
Yes.
like I got, like, a different emotion, like, another unlocked emotion
I'm
from
not
being a
even
woman, and then
yes.
yeah, it was like another emotion unlocked that I never experienced before, and then it was, like, crazy because it was like the men knew I was pregnant. I got so much attention from the men. Like, I was telling, like, one because I worked at Mount Sinai Hospital in Harlem, so I would take the BX11 bus. So the bus driver, he was a young driver, and I was telling him, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm pregnant." He got he almost fucking crashed the goddamn like, not crashed the bus, but he's driving the bus and he's looking back at me because I was, like, right like, 2 rows behind him, but I was near him, and I'm like, "Hold on, buddy, hold on." He was like, "No." He was like, "No, I could tell because when you got on the bus and you walked past me, like, I could smell it on you." And then it was like, when I was on Madison, like, I got off of work or whatever, and I was on Madison, and another guy did that. He was like, he hollered at me or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I could tell you pregnant." He was like, I could smell it on you." And it was just so crazy just to see, like, the opposite sex act like that. Because, like I said, that was my first time being pregnant. So to feel that experience, it was really magical. Like, it was so magical. I was very appreciative. Even to the guy, I told him, I was like, "Thank you for making me a mom for a short time." I had a blast being pregnant for 3 months. Like, it was, like, the best feeling I ever experienced, ever. Like, you felt the universe. Well, I felt the universe. I definitely felt the universe. Like, it was amazing. It was amazing. That's why I know if whoever I have a kid with, Imma make sure I have a kid back to back, you know, so I can have my multiple babies or whatever. Yeah, being a woman, it definitely is trials and tribulation, and I'm pretty sure being a man is trials and tribulations too. But I feel like as women, like, our emotions can get the best of us. That chemical balance or imbalance can really fuck us up in the long run if we don't take time to make sure we're okay.
Yes.
Yeah, in the words of Nicki Minaj, because I am a barb, step your cookie up.
Step your cookie up and stop hating on the next bitch. My thing is if you wanna be better, then be better, right? Like, what the fuck?
No, for real. Don't try to rob my grave because you see all this gold and
Seriously, bruh, don't take my flowers off my goddamn tombstone.
right. Get your own flowers. Don't take my flowers. Don't rain on my parade.
And mine's are white roses specifically, alright?
Okay. I got a different type of bouquet. I got flowers that cost $500. Mhm. Birds of paradise type shit. But I had fun again.
So that was this episode of Naraya Speaks. Remember, women can be accountable and we should be held accountable. And yes, girls do be tripping. So go ahead and post this, send it to a friend, and send it to someone that you think might need it. Because I know we're not the only ones that had poor girls trip experiences. And also, red flag, green flag, and remember which flag you would like to. And if you have to wave that white flag, go ahead and do so. Till next time.